Today I'm going to talk to you about the beauty of ear stretching. Ear stretching has been dated back since the beginning of time. One of the earliest found examples of stretched ears was on a 5,300-year-old naturally preserved mummy known as Otzi the Iceman. His holes have been enlarged to 7 to 11 millimeters, which is 2 to 7/16 gauge. Another well-known example is King Tut. His death mask portrayed stretched ears about 10 millimeters wide, which is a 00 gauge. Ear stretching has always been an age-old practice in tribal traditions all over the world, from Africa to India. In some tribes, it's a rite of passage, and in others, it's just to distinguish themselves from nearby tribes. There are a few different ways to stretch your ears. One is called tapers, also known as stretchers or expanders. Using a tapered plug is narrow on one side and wider on the other. It slowly expands your earlobe the further you push it into your ear. Another way is using weights. Using the law of gravity, you put a heavy earring in your ear, which causes your earlobe to stretch. For first-time ear stretchers, dead stretching is usually used because they do not know the proper safe procedures of ear stretching. With dead stretching, the hole is stretched by forcing a bigger size earring into the earlobe. A more disturbing way of stretching your holes is called scalpeling. Instead of expanding the hole in the ear, a scalpel is used to cut the hole bigger, instantly giving you a bigger hole to put a bigger gauge in. A final way of stretching your ears is using Teflon tape. Wrapping tape around the piercing once or twice a day, every day, then sticking it back in your ear, it stretches your earlobe slowly, which is much safer to do. And eventually your ear will get used to it, and so it won't cause any infections.
Close, you could see that it's thicker. Let's see if this bad boy goes in.
There are also many different types of piercings you can put into your expanded earlobe, such as plugs. A plug is basically a tunnel that is placed in your earlobe to hold it stretched. Then there are tapers. Tapers double as a way of stretching your ear and just a decorative earring for when your ear is stretched. Another is a flesh tunnel. A flesh tunnel is exactly like a plug, except for it's hollow in the middle. There are a lot of different materials ear gauges can be made out of, such as wood, horn, bone, stone, metal, acrylic or plastic, and even glass. There are actually many things that can go wrong with ear stretching if you do not do it properly, such as infection. A bloat is caused when the pressure within the earlobe is too great, creating the hole to deform by flushing the skin out around the piercing. A ripped earlobe can be the consequence of stretching too fast and too big. And lastly is the buildup of scar tissue. It might not sound that bad, but when the scar tissue is built up, it makes it harder for you to try to enlarge your earlobe when you want to do it again. It can almost make it impossible to do so. Hi, I'm Neesha. I was to do the iMovie on ear stretching because I am actually currently stretching my ears. I am at a 6 gauge and a 10 gauge. I'm not actually ready to stretch up a next size now because I just stretched and my ears aren't ready for it. They need to get ready. I've always been intrigued by ear stretching, body modification, as you can see here, It's my thing, and ear stretching is just to go along with it. But I am hopefully going to a 00 and a 4-2, having it decided. I haven't had any problems with mine yet, thank God. Ear stretching should not hurt. I know you're like stretching the ears and stuff, but honestly, it shouldn't hurt if you do it properly, which is slowly, carefully, using the right way of stretching, which is more comfortable for you and can take a matter of years to get to your designated size. You can stretch too. Remember, do it safely and always clean it, so don't get infected. No one likes infected plugs. That's nasty.